a speed demon. From running the fastest 40 time ever by a running back to becoming one of just 9 players to rush for over 2,000 yards in a season, CJ2K was unlike any back we'd ever seen. But was it just his speed that made him great, or was there more to his game that turned him into one of the most electrifying running backs the league has ever seen? The need for speed started when Johnson was just a kid, attending Olympia High School in Orlando. As a freshman, he wasn't yet the freak of nature we came to know. He was undersized, skinny, and far from the most intimidating player on the field. But once he got the ball in his hands, defenders might as well have been chasing shadows. And Johnson's speed wasn't just limited to the football field. He was also a track star. In the 100-meter dash, he clocked 10.38 seconds, a time that would have been competitive at the college level. But as much as he excelled in track, his heart belonged to football. And by his senior year, Johnson racked up over 1,000 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. But despite his production and speed, scouts weren't convinced. At just under 5'11 and 200 pounds, he was labeled too small and only earned a 2-star rating from Rivals.com. And so, the big-time programs passed on him, and even the mid-level schools hesitated. But East Carolina University saw something special and took the chance on CJ. As a freshman in 2004, Johnson didn't get many chances at running back, but his blazing speed still made an impact on special teams. And by his sophomore and junior seasons, his role slowly started to expand. But it was his senior year when everything changed. After working tirelessly to add muscle and improve his versatility, Johnson became the focal point of ECU's offense. He erupted for 1,423 rushing yards and 17 touchdowns, while averaging nearly 7 yards per carry. His vision, combined with breakaway speed, made him one of the most dangerous runners in college football. But Johnson wasn't just a runner. He was a do-it-all weapon. His ability to catch passes out of the backfield made him even more dangerous, finishing with 528 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns through the air. And as a return specialist, he was a nightmare, racking up 1,009 return yards and 1 touchdown. And by the end of the season, his combined rushing, receiving, and return numbers totaled a jaw-dropping 2,960 all-purpose yards. It was the kind of statistical dominance that didn't just turn heads. It redefined what a college running back could do. His versatility and big playability made it impossible for NFL scouts to ignore him. But of course, there were still questions. Was he just a college standout? And because he didn't play in a Power 5 conference, would his production be the same against tougher competition? And so, while teams were intrigued, they still weren't sold. Until the 40-yard dash. Johnson blazed through the run in 4.24 seconds, setting a new record for the fastest 40 in combine history at the time. And his performance didn't stop there. He posted a 35-inch vertical leap and a 10'10" broad jump, showcasing explosiveness that few could match. In fact, Johnson ranked first among all running backs in athleticism, earning the highest overall score in the 2008 Combine with an impressive 91. And to celebrate, he even got a diamond-encrusted stopwatch with his 40 time. Suddenly, NFL teams weren't just looking at a fast, skilled college player. They were seeing a potential game changer.
This is the aircraft carrier shelter you seized, previously owned by a small faction of about 800.
So as the draft approached, Johnson's stock skyrocketed from a possible mid-round pick to one of the hottest names in the class. He had the potential to be elite, but potential is a dangerous word. Then with the 24th overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans selected Chris Johnson.
Tennessee Titans select Chris Johnson, running back, East Carolina.
The Titans already had Lendale White, a bruising back fresh off an 1,100-yard season, so Johnson was seen as more of a change of pace option. But it didn't take long for the rookie to prove he was anything but Plan B. In his debut against the Jacksonville Jaguars, Johnson flashed his potential, rushing for 93 yards on 15 carries and adding 34 yards plus a touchdown through the air. His speed unmatched. NFL defenders could only watch as he zipped past them, leaving them grasping at air. Week after week, he kept delivering the kinds of plays that made highlight reels. 168 yards and a touchdown in Week 7 against the Chiefs, 125 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Lions. Then another 136 yards and a touchdown the very next week against the Browns. Johnson's ability to break long runs and juke defenders made him an instant sensation. And by season's end, he became the focal point of the Titans' offense. Despite being the new guy in a backfield with a proven veteran, Johnson finished his rookie campaign with 1,228 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, and an impressive 4.9 yards per carry, along with leading all rookie running backs with 1 strong with 72 yards and a touchdown, but then he suffered an ankle injury that sidelined him for the rest of the game. It wasn't just a devastating blow for CJ, it was devastating for the Titans as a whole, as they would go on to lose 13-10. But even with the playoff loss, one thing was clear: Johnson was the guy. In a league dominated by powerful running backs, Johnson's lightning-fast speed was changing the game, and his flair extended well off the field. He wasn't afraid to stand out, rocking gold-capped teeth and cruising around in his pink BMW. So, after an incredible rookie season, he was ready to take his game to the next level, even saying in an interview that he would